Alright, hey there guys, Adrian DeCosta here, aka JediBro95, coming at you guys with another video. And in this video is going to be an NBA discussion video, and it is going to be about the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the Lakers are in a bit of a, I won't say tailspin or downward spiral, but they have not been playing their best basketball as of recently. If you look at their last 5 games, they're 1-4 over those 5 games, and last night they blew a 20+ point lead to the Washington Wizards when Washington really had no business beating them. And can I just say, the Wizards are, as a quick side note, the Wizards are finally figuring it out, so that's great to see because everybody did have, including myself, had this team as a playoff team, and right now it does seem like the Wizards are coming together and they're playing much better and looking like they're going to be in the playoff hunt come June, whenever the playoffs are going to start. I think it's June. But that being said, guys, the Lakers right now, a lot of people are freaking out about the Lakers, saying that, this team's not going to repeat, this team is a fraud, blah, 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 all those stupid things. First of all, y'all got to calm down. Like, the Lakers are not frauds. They're still championship contenders. Like, this team, when I think of a fraud team, right now, I'm thinking of the Boston Celtics, who were the biggest frauds of the season so far. Like, they were pegged to be finals appearances or finals contenders, and right now, halfway through the year, they're barely above 500. So I would consider them frauds this season. Or even last year with the Clippers, I would consider the Clippers last season championship frauds. But this team is not a championship fraud. They're still a championship caliber team, and quite frankly, they're not playing as great as they are is because they're missing, like, their second and third best players on the team. Dennis Schroeder's missing time with COVID protocol, and Anthony Davis had a scary injury against Denver. Luckily, though, he is going to be okay, and he's going to be able to make an appearance after the All-Star game. So, realistically and truthfully speaking, the Lakers are missing, outside of LeBron, are missing their second and third best players on the team. And honestly, it should be pretty clear that Dennis Schroeder is the third best player on this team. So it is unfortunate that that is what's going on with the Lakers right now. And to be completely honest, I really think it's unfair to sit there and judge this team based on the injuries that they've had. I really do think that is a little bit unfair. But at the same time, though, it is what it is at this point, and you can't really, you know, plan for injuries. Injuries are a thing that you can't necessarily plan or even, prepare for. They just happen, and right now the Lakers are suffering the natural consequences of injuries. So, do I think this team is still a championship contender? Yes, they're still championship contenders, but they desperately need Anthony Davis to come back at least 80% healthy, and they need Dennis Schroeder once. And I feel like the Lakers will pick up their play once Schroeder comes back because he does provide a scoring threat off the bench and in the starting lineup, and he also is another ball handler that could let LeBron, rest offensively and maybe do some catch and shoot, jump shooting. That's what the Lakers definitely need. They definitely need that second ball handler because LeBron has been dominating the ball a lot since Schroeder got taken out. Granted, yeah, I mean, like, he does dominate the ball because he's just that good. But at the same time, though, like, he's not dominating it as much as he is normally this season. He is willingly giving up the ball to Schroeder and letting him have his time. And I kind of commend that, being 36 years old, not getting any younger, knowing his athleticism is declining, he's willing to give up and defer ball handling duties to a younger, more explosive and athletic guard. Not to say that Schroeder is like not to say that LeBron isn't athletic. He's just not. Obviously, his athletic peak is clearly behind him, as you can see over the last few years. His athletic peak has diminished and completely evaporated. But he's still mentally he's at his peak, like with his IQ and his passing and his overall skills. He's much more polished than he has been in recent years. Although his three-point shooting has definitely taken a dip over the month of February, which, can I just say, I knew that was going to happen because Braun has never been a consistent three-point shooter except for one time in his career, And that was in 2013 when he should have won unanimous MVP, but hey, he didn't. That's neither here nor there in this discussion. But I knew that sustainability was not going to stay up there. Same with the free throw shooting last year. A lot of people were making a big deal about the fact that LeBron's free throw shooting was like a career high. It was like at 79, 80%. And I'm like, yeah, he's not going to sustain that because he just won't, because that is just something that he cannot do. He cannot sustain consistent jump shooting or free throw shooting. And hey, look what happened. He ended up shooting about 71% from the line in that last year. So at the end of the day, right now, the Lakers don't need to panic. They don't need to feel like they have to go out and get somebody, because at the end of the day, right now, they're still championship contenders. And when they're missing their two best players, obviously this is what the situation is going to look like, right? Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all with the Clippers if they lost PG and, say, Luke Kennard, who I don't know their third best player, maybe like Patrick Beverley. You know, say they were to lose PG and Patrick Beverley. Well, I would still expect the Clippers to. I would expect the Clippers to struggle, because that's just a natural thing that happens in basketball, especially when you're matching up against teams that are better than you. You know, even Denver. You know, they took a win off the Lakers, which, granted, yes, they're still the Nuggets are still a playoff team, and in my opinion, they're one of the biggest disappointments of the season so far. However, that being said, I would still expect the Nuggets to beat the Lakers without Anthony Davis, or even, Dennis, or even potentially Dennis Schroeder. But anyways, guys, that's just my thoughts right now. I don't think the Lakers need to panic. I think they just need to buy some more time, pace themselves this season, because with the shortened off season that they did have, obviously the injuries and shit are coming back to bite them, and also the limited amount of playing time, and also not the limited amount of playing time, the limited minutes, even for guys like LeBron, who's putting up career lows in minutes. It is like, right now, it is what it is. You can't really necessarily fault the Lakers for being in this position, because at the end of the day, this is bound to happen with the shortened off season. So hopefully they can continue to pace themselves, and then hopefully once the playoffs come around, they can stay healthy and get those 16 wins that are needed to hoist up the I almost said Vince Lombardi Trophy. This isn't NFL. The Larry O'Brien Trophy. But anyways, guys, that is going to be my thoughts on the Lakers. Let me know in the comment section below, Lakers fans. Fellow Lakers fans, because I am a Laker fan. Let me know in the comment section below, fellow Lakers fans, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said. Also, like the video if you guys did enjoy. Also, with your comments, please let me know what your opinion is. Like, do you think that this team needs to go out and grab somebody? Do you think that they need to make a move? Should they just buy more time? Should they just wait for everybody to get healthy? I'm interested to hear your thoughts, guys. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next NBA discussion video. I'm out. Peace.